Zach from here, and welcome back to another video. And today we're doing Q&A 2. We got quite the list of questions from the last video, and if you have any more, feel free to ask. If you don't, it's fine too. But wait till the video's over, because some of the questions might have already been asked. First question: if you nut and Tracer and she recalls, what will happen? I don't even want to think about that. Moving on. Do you think skits will ever happen again? I've been wanting to make some, kind of like in the style of Farvan. If you guys know who he is, but yeah, I want to make kind of skits in the style that he does, except my own little thing, you know, my own differences. Have you ever seen Stranger Things? Kind of. A while ago, like a long time ago, back when I was in a relationship. Well, not even bad when I was in a relationship. I watched a couple clips of it, that's about it, so I can't say I've actually fully seen it. Gothic horror sounds that interesting. The way I would say for this, find some metal you can scrape together. If you can actually find a piece of sheet... Ew. If you can find a piece of sheet metal and scrape like a saw blade across it, you can get a pretty good sound there. Honestly, what I would just say is experiment. Experimenting can get you the best sounds, and that's how I work with it, because the more you work with what sound, with what you have offhand, you can actually get better sounds. Next, favorite classic video games. Oh, classic. If we're talking like Super Nintendo classics, I'm gonna say stuff like Mario Brothers, The Lion King. If we're talking like Xbox, original Xbox, Fatal Frame, and Fable. Plants vs. Zombies 2. What cartoon world would you want to live in? Metal Apocalypse. Honestly, because I feel like I'd fit well there. And like literally anything can happen there. Other one would be probably The Simpsons. Maybe the original Teen Titans? Maybe? Not the new one. Are you just doing vocals in your band, or are you doing vocals and guitar? I thought about doing bass, because finding a bassist is hard, so if I could do bass and vocals, that would be good, but to some extent I want to be a very active vocalist on stage. I want to be able to move around a bunch, interact, you know. I want to have stuff within my stage show that I can interact with. So, probably not. I probably will never play another instrument while with my band. If I do make a solo project, of course, I'm going to be doing every instrument. I don't want help from anybody, and I would prefer to have them all real, but I think if I wasn't going to do any instrument real with those, I probably wouldn't do drums. I'd probably use a drum program. Are you an introvert or an extrovert? Depends, honestly. Small groups, I can be very extroverted. People I know, I can be very extroverted. I'm in a large group where I'm around people I don't know. I'm introverted. I don't talk. I'm very I talk a little, enough to get by, but it's almost like not knowing how to speak English. But yeah, I'm kind of both. Mostly introverted, honestly. Is your band going to do any blackened or crossover thrash? We might have some blackened thrash. Crossover, as of right now, no, but that could change as I define the music. I don't want each album to sound exactly the same. I want there to be different sounds, you know, all that. How do you feel about reboots? If we're talking horror movies, I feel they can be good. The newest Halloween was pretty good. The new It was pretty good. I think that what you should do if you're making a reboot, stick to the original enough. That way it's not a completely different movie. But also, make it your own. Rob Zombie did perfect on Halloween 2. Halloween 1, they told him, you have to stick to the script. And when they wanted him back for Halloween 2, he was like, fine. My only condition is that I get to make the script. They said yes, and that one is pretty good. It's weird and trippy, and a lot of people don't like it, but I think that it's a pretty good reboot. I think that a lot of reboots have good ideas to them, but they're just poorly executed, whether it be within character development or just whatever reason. Usually I'm not a big fan of reboots because I like to see fresh ideas. So, I mean, I'm more a fan of fresh ideas. I like to see new things. Like, You Should Have Left. That's a pretty good movie. Stars Kevin Bacon. And then there was another one, The Invisible Man, that came out this year. Stellar movie. So far, my favorite movie of this year. Coolest horror movie monster. Oh, God. That's a hard one, actually. You're asking some pretty difficult questions. Coolest, I'd probably say Pinhead. Pinhead, probably. Maybe Michael Myers. Yeah. Animal deaths in horror movies, what's your opinion on them? They're sad, and they shouldn't happen. Just kill the teenagers, it's alright. How do you stay in the same beat during songs? I've never used a metronome. I am very OCD when it comes to my music. So I get a beat before I start recording, and I will play that the same exact way as how I was practicing it. So that's why when I practice, it becomes practiced recording within the 5-minute period, because when I come up with something, I don't want to lose it. Because if I lose it, I'm going to be mad. Opinion on post-hardcore. I don't actually listen to post-hardcore, so I can't give an opinion. Yeah, I don't know. Probably is good. There's probably some good bands, I don't know. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, please turn the gray thumb blue with hypothermia. Join the red subscribe button, it's live, turning it gray, ring the death bell, leave your up in the comments. I think our recommended album will be Tombs. I forgot their album name, but Tombs. They released a pretty good album. And yeah, check out the music videos in the description. Links to everything social of mine, including my Bandcamp page, is in the description below. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.